YouTube! What is going on, guys? It's the Red Mr. NFC Ninja. Let's fly across to the tactic screen where we have the preview for Watford versus Liverpool. Early morning kickoff. Well, it's a noon kickoff. 12:30 kickoff. Something along them lines. Guys, but first, before we get into the quick preview of that match, let's talk about the Red Bull Salzburg versus Liverpool in Austria. I believe Salzburg are from Austria. So guys, straight into it. We started a little bit crazy. They had a good chance earlier on. Alisson doing his thing. Alisson made some good saves. He made some good saves. It was a cagey match. It was to and from. They had chances, we had chances. We had the best of the chances. We had the clearer chances. And it probably shouldn't have finished 2-0. It probably should have finished maybe even 5-1 or 4-1, something like that. To be fair, they kind of should have scored. Guys, let's jump into my predicted lineup, which was, as you can see on the screen, Alisson in goal, VVD, Gomez at the back. Lovren had an injury against Bournemouth. It's come off, and I was like, is he going to be fit? Isn't he going to be fit? I went with him on the bench, and personally, I think that's what Klopp should have gone with. But Klopp chose to play Lovren. Yeah, we'll get into that because he had to come off, and Gomez had to come on anyway. So, not sure about that management there from Klopp. I feel like Lovren's going to be out for a while now. I think it aggravated the injury and made it worse than it actually was. But it is what it is. Trent at right back, Robertson at the left back, Wijnaldum, Henderson and Nbay Keita in the middle. Some sources have Nbay Keita playing on the right of that three, which would make it something along these lines here, like this. I'm not so sure about that, to be honest. I don't know if that was actually the setup. It felt like more of how I had it before. But yeah, it could well have been that. I just felt Nbay Keita was more kind of this sort of area, and Henderson was kind of more. It was kind of more like this. I felt like could have even been more of a 4-2-3-1, to be fair. But guys, Wijnaldum, Henderson holding, Nbay Keita right wing, Mo Salah across the middle, up front Firmino and Mane left. My predicted bench, was Origi, Shaqiri, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Adam Lallana, James Milner, Dejan Lovren and Adrian. That was my predicted bench and predicted lineup. Let's make the changes. So Klopp's team was actually as follows. Took out Lovren, we took out Gomez, and we brought in Lovren. Gomez took a place on the bench. We also had Curtis Jones joining the squad, and Adam Lallana dropped out. Maybe Adam hadn't quite recovered from his bug or training issue that he had at the weekend, because he was left out against Bournemouth. He wasn't part of the squad. Likewise with Wijnaldum. But it's awfully funny how Wijnaldum recovers but Lallana doesn't. I almost think Klopp, it's a way to get Lallana out of the squad because he wants to offer something different for this game, for this match in Austria. So by dropping Wijnaldum at the same time as Lallana for the Bournemouth game, it makes Lallana feel like it wasn't a personal attack on him, that he's not good enough, because Wijnaldum was dropped too. But Wijnaldum's just better, and Medic say that I'm not quite ready yet, even though I feel okay, kind of thing. I don't know, guys. I think there's a lot of psychology. Yeah, there's a lot of psychology to do with next games before, games after. When Klopp says, "Oh, we don't look at the next game," I think he looks a few games ahead, to be honest. That might seem a bit, far-fetched that he's dropping Wijnaldum and Lallana, but it is a way to get Lallana out the squad if he knows for the Salzburg game that he needs something a bit more attack-minded, like a Curtis Jones. By not just bullying him and putting him out of the squad on his own, he drops Wijnaldum with him for the Bournemouth game, but then Wijnaldum's back in, but he gets left out. It's almost like it's a good grounds to work from. Anyway, forget about that. That was the bench. Obviously, yeah. So they had Adrian, Gomez, James Milner, Curtis Jones, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, Xherdan Shaqiri and Divock Origi. Our starting lineup was Alisson in goal, Virgil van Dijk, Dejan Lovren, Trent Alexander-Arnold right back, Robertson left back, Gini, Henderson and Keita in the middle with Mane, Firmino and Salah up front. RB Salzburg went with Stankovic, Ongwene, Wolba, Orma, Nissan, Mwepu. I ain't even going to try and say that name. Takumi, Hwang and Haaland. I really like Hwang. I can't lie, I really like Hwang. I think he would do a fine job as as cover for our left side or our right side actually. And he wouldn't kind of demand too much first team games. It's almost like he'll be proud to just kind of be on our bench. But I like him. I like Hwang. He's quite dangerous. I think in our team, I think he'd be fire. I really do. Haaland, don't really know why he plays off to the left. I don't think he's that kind of player. He's definitely a brute. He's definitely got some sort of build and physicality and game style to how Firmino has. If we did sign Haaland, it would be at the expense of probably Origi or something like that. I think with supply, Haaland could be dangerous. I think with the balls that Trent and Robertson will put in, I think he would be more dangerous than Firmino. I do, because I think he's probably better in the air than Firmino. Firmino, actually, Robertson and Trent are delivering balls. Firmino has the time to get into the box, but he doesn't score near enough half as much headers. I can understand him not getting in the box and finishing moves when he's starting them off, or he's really deep, and Salah and Mane flying at 100 miles an hour. How the hell he's going to catch up to finish the move and score? I get that, so I see where goals lack in his game. But when Trent, Robertson are flying up and crossing balls in, Mane and Salah are always in there. Sometimes even Van Dijk gets in there. Henderson, why aren't you in there, Firmino? You should be scoring more headers. So I think an attacker like Haaland would bring that. Same as I mentioned Richarlison. I know he's an F-boy, but I like the player. So regardless of the rivalry, who gives a shit? He would bang headers. I think headers in that area is what we lack. We could score more. Mane just about does enough in that department, but you got two other players who barely score headers. He's the only one, and he's probably the shortest out of all of them, which is strange. I just don't know. But Firmino is a lot better on the floor than I think Haaland is probably. And Origi, I don't know if I'd trade Haaland for Origi just yet. Origi's used to the league, he's played in it, he's getting better and better when he comes on, he scores, and Origi can header. I'm hoping he could be a cross between Firmino and Haaland. He kind of is a cross between the both of them, He's decent on his feet, Origi. He can beat a man, and he can header. He's also pacey. He's a very good hybrid of those two. So guys, let's move on from here. The Angry Redbirds bench. Obviously, Elliott didn't make it. Lallana, Kelleher and Ryan Brewster were also axed from the squad. Our injury list is as confirmed as before. It is still Matip and Fabinho. Matip should be back soon. It was suggested about 6 weeks. Maybe he's not quite ready. You have to have a few more training sessions after that. As well, to kind of get you up to speed of the game, match fitness, etc. So yeah, and he's kind of needed back ASAP because now Lovren has picked up the injury. I don't know how long he's out for, but we do have Gomez to cover, but that leaves no cover for Trent Alexander-Arnold. However, we could also bring through one of our right backs, maybe a Williams, might have to take a space on the bench, or even a Kijana Hoover. So guys, let's talk about the match a bit more. Now, Keita was excellent today. His creativity was there today. The thing is, Salzburg, they had to attack us, so there was always space in behind. And Keita is very good at exploiting that and trying to assist Firmino, Mane and Salah. Salah's first awful miss when he tried to go down to the keeper's left at his near post. I don't know what he was doing. Just put that across the goalkeeper into the back of the net. Sorry. I don't know what he was doing, but that was nearly an assist for Keita there. There was a couple of other situations as well which didn't quite take off. Obviously Keita scored his header, great cross. Keita was good. It was one of his best games. But again, it is Salzburg. We are expected to win regardless of where it is, whether it's at Anfield or whether it's at their ground. I'm not surprised with the victory. I'm not surprised with Keita's performance. I do think we was very open in midfield. I'm not used to seeing opposition have that much of a threat on our goal and make Alisson work as much as he did. So, and I firmly still believe that's because Keita was in the midfield. We read it out, and what he offered was, I think, did he get an assist? I can't remember. He definitely got a goal. You know, he gets away with that one. You know, previously, Bournemouth, he scores again. Yeah, you can only play against his opposition. So, I got to give him his congratulations for that. He's been excellent in both games. But now, if he's playing again, let's continue it. Let's see how far this will take him. Personally, if Fabinho is there, I think it is the normal midfield of Fabinho, Wijnaldum and Henderson. Straight up, no questions asked. It's Klopp's go-to midfielder. I can understand why, and I've said it again and again. It's because Oxlade and Keita are impact players. And actually, it wouldn't be surprising me if Keita drops out and Ox comes in for a Watford game. Yeah. Let's do some quick ratings. So Alisson, I'm going to give Alisson a 8. I think he was steady, he was comfortable, he dealt with what he had to do with, he got his clean sheet. VVD was my man of the match. I thought it was boss. The VV Dream Machine just shut down Haaland, even though Haaland after a while went and started playing in Lovren. VVD for me gets, I'll give him an 8, he was solid. Lovren, I'm going to give Lovren a 7. He let Haaland in a couple times, couple shots, couple shaky moments, but otherwise he was standard. Robertson, thought he was good, give him a 7.5. Trent was good also, gonna give him a 7.52. Henderson I thought was excellent, I'm gonna give him an 8. Wijnaldum, give him a 7.5. Keita, I'm gonna give him an 8.5 because I'm absolutely sure he got an assist. I'm not sure, guys. If Keita got an assist, please just write in comments if he did or if he didn't. I can't remember, and it's really doing my head in. But I know he scored, and I know he had ample chances of possible assists, but the opportunities wasn't taken by our strikers. He could have got probably like 2 or 3 in that game, actually. So I'm gonna give him an 8.5. Very, very kind. I was thinking of just the 8, but 8.5. I'll let you have that one. I'll let you have the 0.5 Keita. Mane was really good throughout as well. I'm going to give him 7.5. Salah scored, so I'm going to give you an 8. I don't think Salah's in-game was as busy and as solid and comfortable as Mane's and Keita's and the VVD's and Alisson. But you know where I'm going with that, guys. And Firmino, I don't know. I mean, Firmino was alright. I'm going to give him a 7. I feel like Firmino's really dropped off. He does need to show a bit more. So guys, yes, our substitutions that played, we had Gomez come on for Lovren. And Gomez just saw out the rest of the game, really. It's comfortable. Give him a 7. James Milner came on for Nbay Keita. Saw out the rest of the game. Does what Milner does best. Give him a 7 as well. And then obviously Origi came on Roberto Firmino. And again, just did what he had to do. So I'll give him a 7 too. So guys, doing the match ratings, my predicted man of the match was actually Mohamed Salah. He got his goal. Not really. I think man of the match was actually Mane, wasn't it? Or no, man of the match was Keita. Sorry, I think was it Keita? Again, guys, I'm getting bad at this. Guys, in the comments, just let me know if it was Keita that man of the match. I'm sure it was. Considering I watch these games over, I need to start paying more attention to them. I do watch them again, but it's not because I look at the players and what they're doing, how each one. I really concentrate on just the players, and as soon as the game final whistle goes, I don't listen to commentary. It's there, but I just don't listen to it. I'm always focusing on what players are doing, their touches, their spaces. Even when, like, say Alexander's got the ball, I look for like Wijnaldum and Henderson and watch where they drop off to. Just what they do. Like Lovren, where's his movement to? When Lovren gets the ball, does Alisson show for it to go back to the keeper? Like all these things, and it's just hard to hear everything that the commentators talk about, etc., etc., etc. I watch football like how I'm playing in the game. So yes, guys, it was my predicted man of the match. My actual man of the match I chose in was VVD, even though, if Salah had scored the first opportunity. And then the other one he had, and then obviously the one he did score, definitely hat-trick man of the match should have been amazing. But because he missed so many, he had a strong game. I just felt even though he scored, I felt VVD was just. I thought he was immense. My predicted score, I can't even remember that either. Oh my god, this is getting really bad. Really bad. I think I went with like 3-0 or 4-0. I think my predicted scorers were Mane and Salah. Can't remember. If so, obviously I got Salah right. But yes, guys, this has been the Red Bull Salzburg versus Liverpool full-time post-match review. Let's move on to Liverpool versus Watford from Anfield. So guys, on to the Liverpool versus Watford preview. And as you can see on the screen, just a few of the boys from our lower rank. So let's get on with it, guys. And first of all, we're going to start with the Angry Redbirds dropped from the squad. If you're new to the view, these are just the players who are on the peripheral of the subs bench and the first team and that whole scenario there. So obviously we have Kalman Kelleher, excuse me. I got both of his names mixed into one just then. Curtis Jones, Ryan Brewster, and Harvey Elliott. These guys, yeah, are pushing. Part of the World Club Cup squad that we're going to go to Qatar with. Injury list: Joel Matip, Dejan Lovren, Fabinho. Firmly believe Dejan Lovren is on that injury list now. You know, he was rushed back from the Bournemouth game, you know, we came off. Thought it was probably just a little niggle and that it'll be okay. No, the same thing has happened in the latter stages of the Salzburg game, and Gomez had to deputise and come on. So we'll see where we go from there, guys. So now, club substitutions: Adrian, Sepp Vandenberg, James Milner, Adam Lallana, Nbay Keita, Shaqiri, Firmino. So guys, that leaves our starting lineup as Divock Origi up front, Salah, Mane, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Henderson, Wijnaldum, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Joe Gomez, Virgil van Dijk, Robertson, and Alisson. So guys, this is the predicted starting lineup, my predicted starting lineup, and I'll explain a few of the decisions. As you know, Lovren is pulled out, so I believe Gomez is going to start next to VVD. It is Watford, we are at home, so that should be comfortable for him. I expect Alexander-Arnold to start alongside Robertson. Jordan Henderson is filling in the Fabinho role. I expect to see him in that role. We need one worker of the workhorses that we usually go with, that is Wijnaldum. However, we could see Wijnaldum drop out for possibly a Milner. Milner may start somewhere in this game, quite possibly. But I feel like Watford are in a bad place and we're at home and they're there for the absolute taking. We could even go with two more offensive players, maybe a Oxlade-Chamberlain and a Lallana, or Oxlade and a Keita, or even a Keita and a Lallana, or even, let's say, would you try a Oxlade, Keita and a Lallana against Watford with our back four as it is? I don't know. I think they got Decore in there. They got some powerhouses. They're going to be quite physical in the midfield, and I feel like I think we need that a bit more physicality in there. So I wouldn't drop Wijnaldum and I wouldn't drop Henderson. I'd drop maybe one of the other ones, and that was Keita. So I have swapped Keita and Ox. That is what Klopp has been doing with them. He's been alternating those two in particular. Up top, I've gone with more rest for Roberto Firmino. We need goals from Salah, Mane. Maybe one of those two could drop out and Shaqiri could come in, that being Salah. And if it's Mane, then maybe Origi drops to the left and then Firmino continues to play up front. He doesn't usually do two of the three. So if it's a midfield of three, he never usually takes out two. He'll make one change in the three. Same as up front. Usually he'll make one change of the three. Definitely in midfield, it's very rarely when he takes two of his first team choice in midfield out, because you disrupt the whole balance of the midfield then. That's why I've gone with Wijnaldum and Henderson as nailed on, and then maybe a Milner or Ox or a Nbay. So guys, that is my predicted starting lineup. It is a bit random. It's probably not going to be the case, but you never know. I was really close against Salzburg. I actually thought I got it correct, but no. Because I chose Gomez to start, but Lovren started. But guys, yeah, drop me your starting lineups for the Watford game. Who would you start? Who would you play with? What's your predictions? What's your score predictions? Yeah, guys, my score prediction is a home game. I'm gonna go with I'm going to go with 4-0. Another clean sheet. Third consecutive clean sheet in a row. I'm going to go for 4-0. My scorers, I'm going to go for Divock 2. Whether he comes on or not. Whether he plays or not, rather. Even from the bench, he's going to score 2. Salah's got the taste. I feel like his ankle's in a better place. Oh, check the lyrics. Check the lyrics. Maybe Ox gets one. So, yeah, guys. Divock, Salah, Mane and Ox. They're my predicted scorers. Crazy. Right, guys, that has been preview of the Liverpool versus Watford game from Anfield. I have been the Red Mist LFC Ninja, and I will see you soon. Let's do this.